Hani Mahmoud joins us again from Khan Younis. Hani, when we last spoke to you, you were just getting that update that 13 Palestinians have been killed. And in the interim period, we've also just started receiving pictures. Recap for us what has happened.
Right, well, within the past hour, 15 minutes, a loud explosion could be heard right here from the hospital where we're reporting it from. About 10 minutes later, a group of ambulances started to move very fast as they were getting calls from Venezuela area, eastern of Khan Younis. That's eastern Khan Younis side, where they were told a residential home was targeted, a 4-story building full of people without warning whatsoever. The 4 floors of the building were full of people, not only the owner of that building, but also evacuees who fled from Gaza and the northern part. Not only the house was destroyed, but also the surrounding area. 4 more residential homes. We're talking about a block, an entire block that was turned into a pile of ruins. Then we spoke to one person, came to the hospital, but very, very scared of what happened. Described that he could feel the ground shaking underneath his feet before a loud explosion happened and destroying the entire building, and a very dark cloud of smoke surrounding the area with flying objects and stones around him. 13 people, 2 people were reported killed right instantly at that point, and these 2 people were in front of that building, out in the street. But as time went by, 13 people were brought to the hospital. Some of them, and this is really very graphic, we saw this coming, but they were brought in a blanket. They were wrapped in a blanket. They were brought in pieces to the hospital. A little girl was, unfortunately, it was directly hit by a flying shrapnel that caused severe damage to her head and was pronounced dead right at the spot. So far, 13 people have been killed as a result of those multiple airstrikes on that area, a Najjar building, residential home, and with multiple injuries brought to the hospital. Now, this is a reminder to what happened in other neighborhoods and residential blocks in Nusayrat refugee camp, in other areas of Rafah and Khan Younis, where those bombs are unconventional. They penetrate to the ground. They shake the foundation of the building to the point that the building cannot stand. It collapsed right away as a result of the destroyed foundation and the severe explosion that happened when the airstrike takes place. Now, all of this is part of the airstrike, but there's that aftermath of the airstrike. People who survived, the airstrike are now displaced for the second time. So they fled from Gaza and the north part to this home, internally displaced, to find themselves one more time displaced. I mean, those who are killed, they're killed right at the spot. But those who survive, a remaining family member who said that he's the only one remaining of the 13, is displaced for the second time, as there's no place to go to right now.
Make sure to subscribe to a channel to the latest news from RDZ World News.